Man, I feel great, and when you go away and you like put yourself in all kind of situations, you ain't scared of anything, and I feel like phenomenal for this fight, and I'm just happy to be here in Las Vegas, seeing this whole atmosphere. I went to watch the UFC Saturday, and I feel great, man. I'm very happy to be here
That's
in
awesome.
US.
Yeah, obviously I talked to you right when you got out of the hospital. Were you able to get good training? I was worried that you weren't going to actually be able to get decent training, that maybe you'd be kind of mentally shook up or anything. Was the training good over there?
Yeah, the crew training was amazing, and when I left to the hospital for the couple of days I stayed there, uh, I thought, man, I'm gonna just go there, see how it is, and leave, and go to US. But I felt in love with training, with the way coach approached to me. John is a good, very, very good coach. He coached Peter, and the work he does is amazing, and remind me a lot of Mark Henry. I've been with Mark Henry for a long time, and the way he watches me, the way he takes the fighting, and it's really serious, and really, really smart, like showing me the small details and everything, and like going back at it and pissing me off, and I love it.
That's awesome. Physically, were there any challenges? I know you weren't sure how your body was going to react. Was everything okay, or was this a difficult training camp?
Of course, it's a lot of physical challenges. You go to Thailand to run like big Buddhas and sprints all over and conditioning like crazy. And then you see why these guys, they are where they are, like you watch Peter Young closely and damn, these guys are getting prepared for that. That's where the confidence comes from the hard preparation, the hard training, the situations that you put yourself into, and that's what I've been doing for the last 8 weeks.
That's awesome. Do you think this is something that you'll continue to do, whether go to Thailand or maybe go other places just to get new things?
I believe so. I'll be back to Thailand. I love there, and the atmosphere there. It's great.
That's awesome. All right, talk about Song, your opponent. I mean, obviously a young kid that's been having a lot of success. What do you think about him as a fighter?
Yeah, man, he's a very good fighter, and he fought some of the best fighters. He. Some people are saying, "Oh, he never fought a top-ranking guy," but all his last fights, he fought tough guys, good fighters, guys that I like to watch it. But they are very good fighters, but they didn't have what I have, And I think this is his biggest challenge because I am just as good as him in what he's good at.
Does it feel weird for you to fighting? He's a kid, you know what I mean? Like you've been around for a while, so is it exciting to be like, okay, I'm going to fight the new generation, or is it like almost difficult to get motivated because you're like, who is this guy? I don't even.
Nah, he's a good fighter, He been in the game for a little bit, He started fighting young, and he got what have it to be here, He belong in the UFC. I'm taking it really serious. I know his weapons, and I'm prepared. And I'm ready.
You've had a couple losses, but it's been against the absolute best of the division, right? I mean, was there any part of you that was like, can I get an easy fight? Like, do I have to fight the best guy out there every time?
Man, I was talking with my friend this week. He's just signed with the UFC. I don't need to say who is my friend, But we were talking about that. It's no easy fight in the UFC, especially where I am, the things I accomplish, the things I've been doing for this sport. And, I don't want to ask for an easy fight. Just give me whatever you want. I'll take it like I always do, And to be honest with you, if I can hang with the top, this is it for me, man. I'm here to fight with the best.
Nice. On paper, this looks like it's going to be a very exciting fight when you consider your two guys' styles. Are you expecting it to be a pretty explosive fight?
Definitely. That's no way this fight's going to be a boring fight.
Last thing for me, I guess, is the result important to you? I mean, I know winning is always better than losing, but does like everything hang on winning, or is it about going out there and knowing that you improved, knowing that you did your best, and feel that way?
Two things, the win and the performance. I want to have both. I want to have a great performance. That's what I train hard. That's why I don't see my family for the last 10 weeks, That's a reason, and that's what I'm chasing Saturday.
Hey, Marlon. At UFC 266, you almost finished Marab. Were you shocked that he survived that first round onslaught?
Who wasn't, you know? And being in there is kind of different because, man, I thought the ref was gonna stop at some point, and you know, I just my mind just went away, like thinking. I thought about, man, I think it's over, you know, but the fight is never over, and that's the mistake I made it, and I paid for.
Going into that second round, were you just gassed, or did you blow your wad trying to finish him in that first round?
I think it was a mixed, you know, because at the same point, I lost the focus on the fight, and I used a lot of energy to finish him, you know, and I saw him finish it, you know, and like, man, he's finished it. I'm going to give all I got, and he's over. And it wasn't over, and it was kind of hard for me to get back at it, you know, and the pressure, he kept the pressure, he kept the composure, and he knew he had to push, because if he let me take that movement, that moment, I was going to be back at it.
I'm sure you've dealt with a bunch of fans and people, just doubting you the past couple of years. How do you silence those, and how do you keep them out of your mind?
Man, it's not easy, you know, but it is what it is, man. That's the life I choose for myself. The hurting business is a fight, you know, and if you are happy too long, when you get sad, it's gonna be really sad, you know, and it's never enough. You always are the last fight. If you just won, when is the next one, you know? But I love what I do, and I don't care what people think. I care about what I lay down and think about myself, all the things I put into this, and man, I'm not gonna step back. I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna fight. That people know, you know. I'm gonna go for it.
It's been finally for me. Aljamain Sterling and Peter Yan rematch at a month from now. I just wanted your thoughts on that matchup and who wins the rematch.
Man, I think it's a very interesting matchup. You know, Peter show what he has. Sterling too. Sterling overcame the knockout he suffered against me, and he put on a roll. You know, he been winning and having great performances. And man, I think even though a lot of people say, "Oh, he pushing out the fight," man, guy's a great fighter. You know, he got hurt, and man, you know, you did some illegal thing. You know, he kind of took the advantage for. But I don't blame him. He's the champion. I respect him. He's a good fighter. He showed along the way, and Peter as well. Peter is a good fighter, good champion. And being alongside with him, seeing every day the training he put it in, the time, that amount of dedication, you know, I seen that he is where he deserves to be, you know, and it's amazing for me to see, to be closer to people that work hard, and that's my pick. I think Peter is gonna win.
Thank you.
Tudo bom, Marlon?
Tudo bem.
Fazer em português aqui.
Beleza.
Primeiro eu queria que você falasse aqui em português, né? Como foi fazer esse camp diferente, a grande lição que você tirou, os aprendizados e até mesmo quanto isso exigiu de você fisicamente ou mentalmente, né?
Cara, eu me dediquei aí nessas últimas 10 semanas. Eu resolvi viajar para Tailândia para conhecer lá o camping e tudo mais, e acabei gostando de lá e resolvi acabar o camp lá e fazer uma semana aqui em Las Vegas. Foi muito bom para mim, os treinos muito puxados, umas partes que realmente eu precisava evoluir. Eu acredito que eu evoluí muito e eu estou me sentindo muito bem preparado para essa luta.
Podemos esperar o Marlon treinando mais vezes na Tailândia?
Sim, posso voltar lá. Gostei muito da atmosfera daquele país, do treino. E eles não devem nada a ninguém do mundo, não só na parte de treino, como o país mesmo. É um país muito organizado, uma qualidade de vida muito boa.
Anos atrás, talvez existisse o erro, talvez, de se imaginar que na Tailândia eu ia lá apenas pelo Muay Thai, né? Hoje em dia a gente vê muitos lutadores de MMA, até quando você estava lá, muitos lutadores do UFC estavam lá. Você encontrou treino em todas as áreas, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, conseguiu treinar de tudo lá?
Sim, com certeza. Inclusive, mais wrestlers de jiu-jitsu do que os próprios strikers mesmo. Mas eu acredito que foi muito proveitoso e lá tem todos os estilos.
Show. Me fala um pouquinho do seu rival desse sábado, então. Como você vê o casamento de estilos e onde você acha que você pode vencer ele, onde você se vê mais forte do que ele no combate?
Meu adversário, o Song, é um cara jovem, é um cara que está chegando aí no UFC, lutou contra alguns oponentes muito bons, mas ele não lutou comigo ainda e eu acredito que nós temos características parecidas e essa luta é uma luta que vai divertir muito o público e eu estou muito preparado para ela.
Perfeito. Você é o número 10 do ranking hoje. Você vem de uma sequência negativa. Primeiro eu queria falar da pressão, não da pressão externa, mas todo lutador se coloca pressão, né, em busca da vitória. Por essa fase, acumular algumas derrotas, você se coloca uma pressão extra? E em cima disso, você sente talvez uma ameaça, apesar de ser o 10º do ranking, de repente poder ser desligado do UFC?
Cara, eu faço isso porque eu amo, entendeu? Eu faço o esporte para ter minha mão levantada no final. Eu hoje estou aqui, graças a Deus eu estou aqui porque eu quero competir, porque eu quero vencer. Então, eu quero ser o melhor Marlon. Então, a pressão é mais comigo mesmo. E quanto, lógico que a gente tem o nosso trabalho, a gente depende de estar vencendo para ser um funcionário da empresa que a gente trabalha, mas eu quero dar o meu melhor, eu quero vencer. Não importa se você paga para isso ou não, eu estou aqui para vencer, eu quero a vitória. Eu vim aqui atrás da minha mão levantada.
Perfeito. Uma dúvida que eu tinha, eu falei isso mais ou menos sobre isso com você no início da sua caminhada no UFC, eu já te acompanhava no WSOF. Depois de tantos anos competindo, qual o trabalho mental que você precisa fazer hoje em dia para ter a motivação de levantar todo dia, sair na porrada todo dia? O quanto isso mudou na preparação mental, né? Em busca do resultado, em busca da vitória, mas dia após dia, não no camp, mas 365 dias por ano. Esse trabalho mental, qual ajuste você precisa fazer ao longo dos anos?
Cara, é um trabalho assim difícil de dizer, porque eu sinceramente eu penso em ser o melhor a cada dia e tentar todos os dias visualizar e evoluir em todas as áreas. É o que eu venho tentando fazer e a gente tem uma assessoria mental com o UFC também e tem sido importante para mim esse trabalho de focar ali na minha vitória e o que mais importa para mim é ser o melhor Marlon a cada dia e a cada luta.
Podemos esperar o melhor Marlon nesse sábado?
Com certeza, estou preparado para isso e acredito que todos vocês têm que assistir a minha luta, que vai ser uma luta muito boa.
Perfeito. Para finalizar, então, se eu pudesse só avisar os... a pergunta é por que os fãs que vão ver a luta devem assistir a sua luta neste sábado? O que eles podem esperar do Marlon no octógono?
Cara, essa luta aí com o Song não tem como ser uma luta chata. Assistam que vai ser muito explosiva.